Okay, so let's take a quick look at the IPEVO Whiteboard app. You can find it in the App Store for the iPad, and it is a free download. So all you have to do is search for IPEVO Whiteboard, and you can see it over here in the top left-hand corner. I'm going to jump over and take a look at that app with you. So it's a whiteboard-based app. Everything you would do for your screencast would appear on a whiteboard, similar to what you would use on an interactive whiteboard in your classroom. So let's start with the tools along the top of the screen here. We can ignore the ones in the top left-hand corner for right now. We don't really need those. But there is a hand tool. So the hand tool is for moving objects around the screen that have already been put on there. Right now I have nothing on the screen, so we'll come back to that guy. Next one over, we have our red pen. Now if you tap on the red pen, you can choose a different color for the red pen. And so this is not any particular type of pen, this is just letting you set a default color for a pen that you want to come and take a look at. So you can choose the pen color here, and you can choose translucent colors if you wanted to use it, say, as a highlighter. And you can also choose the size of the pen by using the slider at the bottom of the screen here. Next one over is a green pen. So I've got this set up so that I've got a black pen and a green pen right now. If I wanted a black pen, a red pen, I just leave it like that. And using a pen on the screen is very simple. You just draw with your finger or use a stylus or an Apple Pencil to make your marks on the screen. Next one over from the red pen up here is the eraser tool. So I've got the eraser and I can just come in here and erase parts of my line. If I tap on the eraser again, I can choose the size of the eraser I want. So if I want to make some very small eraser marks, then I can move that slider down a little bit, but I'm happy to have it full size as it is right here. Along from the eraser, we have a text tool. So once you tap that, you can tap on the screen, the keyboard will pop up, and it will allow you to type text on the screen. So this is something you might want to think about. You don't have to type as you are recording. You can, if you want, do your typing before you start recording and then make some annotations alongside that. So the text tool is there if you need it. If you tap that tool again, you'll see that you have the options, for instance, to create squares. You can tap on it again and do a circle. And once one of these shapes are highlighted, you can change the color and do a different color like this. You can make them translucent, you can change the line thickness and all that good thing on there. You can even make arrows, and arrows can be useful for pointing out different things on your screen. If I wanted to clear my screen, I can come up here to the trash can at the top where it says clear all. You'll also see over there in the top right hand corner undo and redo arrows. Last but not least, we have the toolbox up here on the top. And if you tap on the toolbox, you'll see a variety of different tools that you can explore. So here would be a ruler, and I can make this ruler larger or smaller as I need. So if I wanted to show some measuring as part of my screencast, I can do that and demonstrate how to measure with a ruler. I've also got a protractor if I wanted to measure some angles. I've got a nice pointer tool here. So this one is the third option down. It's a good one because you can take this pointer tool and you can say, here's the hand, here's the pen tools, here's the eraser, this is the shape tool, and this is your toolbox. So as you're recording your screencast, you can use this pointer tool to point out different things on the screen as if you had a cursor on a Mac or a PC. And last but not least, you've got this focus button here. Now what this lets you do is it lets you drag it around the screen to focus students' attention on specific things on the screen. So it is semi-translucent right now. You can just about see the red arrow in the middle of the screen. As I come over, we'll see it again. So you can change that translucency with the bottom button on the circle here. That turns everything black on the outside so you can't see anything else. So if you want to shut out everything else on the screen, you can do that. The square under the circle here will let you change the shape of the focus window here, and the double arrow will let you increase the size of the spotlight that you have here. Click on the X and make that go away again. So these are all the tools you have. Let's jump in and do some screencasting. So if you look down here in the bottom right hand corner where the cursor arrow is, you will see a red record button. As soon as I tap that, it's going to ask me if I'd like to access the microphone on my device. I'm going to say yes so that I can do my recording here. And now recording is started. If you look down in the bottom left hand corner, you can see there's a timer ticking away at the bottom of the screen here. That lets me know how long I've been recording for, and then I can take my pen tools and I can start my screencast, putting whatever I need on the screen and talking about it as I go. Now, I mentioned earlier that you have the option of pre-populating some slides, so you can see down here on the bottom where it says 1 of 3, if I come to my next page here, I've already got some text put together, a discussion prompt, something that we can talk about when we are doing our screencast, okay? So you can build up slides ahead of the time, put things on there that you want to have on there. This one here, for instance, is an image, so I can again annotate over parts of the image, talk about different things while I am screencasting, use my arrow tool to get to things I need to get to, and if I'm ready for a new page, I just hit the arrow again and go forward. So speaking of new pages, here's some of the things that you can have on a new board. You can have the plain whiteboard, you can have a current screenshot, you can have an image from your iPad's camera, something from your photo library, or you can load a web page. So let's take a look at a website and see what that looks like here. So if I tap load web page, I can come up here to the address bar and I can browse to any website that I can access on the web. Now if I hit return here, it's going to load up the Grant Wood website. I can click OK. And so at this point it brings it into the IPEVO whiteboard here, and I can continue to highlight things on the screen I want to talk about. I can tell students to click up here and in different places. If you need more room, you can tap the double arrows in the corner, they go away so you can see everything on the website that you need to see, and bring that back. And once you get done, you've recorded everything you need. You just hit the stop button in the bottom left hand corner and your video is automatically saved to your camera roll. So that's a quick look at the IPEVO whiteboard. Definitely an interesting option if you have got lots of things that you like to annotate and draw and talk about at the same time.